Welcome back to the Wanderer podcast. Today is our continuation of part 2 of our holistic health series. Let's take a listen, shall we? So yeah, that's one of the statements that we had. Another statement here is I maintain a balance of work, friends, family, school, and other obligations. So you see what I was talking about? It is very overwhelming, you guys, to be balancing all these things, but it is possible. You guys can absolutely have a balance of work, friends, family, and all that stuff. Like it is possible. It does not have to be every day. So sorry. I'm trying to adjust myself, you guys. It is kind of hard. So yeah, maintaining a balance of work, friends, family, school, all that stuff, it is possible. I have been trying to do my best to maintain work and spending time with my friends. Like I know that they always want to speak or talk. Sorry. Oh my gosh. This is not easy, you guys, but it's okay. This is our first. We gotta have a little bit more grace on ourselves. Okay. So let's go into spiritual. So spiritual, I have for our first one, I am able to set, communicate, and enforce boundaries. Okay. So when I think of boundaries, I think of it like this. Are you guys at work and you have like a task that maybe your coworker or boss has assigned you and you're just like, okay, I'll take that. And then some other person comes up and they're like, okay, can you please do this for me? And you're like, okay, I'll do it. Yeah. And then you have another person and just like, can you please do this for me? And you're like, okay, I can do that. Right. And then you have another person or maybe just like a friend, a coworker friend or something, just like, hey, I need help with this. Can you help me with this? And you're like, maybe I can help with that. Right. And so like you have people just coming on you, just trying to like make you do work or something like that. And there's no problem with that. I'm just saying it happens. But are you guys able to say no? Is that easy for you guys? Like for me, I think it's more easier to say yes and to please that person than it is to say no. And I grew up kind of like a people pleaser, and I usually said yes to everything. But now I just know myself where I can like come to a point where like, no, I know I'm not going to be able to do this. I'm sorry. It is disappointing. I'm not going to lie. And it's going to be hard if you guys are people that are like people pleasers. It is really hard to say no. But once you do, I promise you're going to understand and you're going to understand yourself more and more about your limits, because if you say yes to everything, you're going to stress yourself out with more work that people are expecting of you. And of course, you want to give your best, and that's okay. But it is okay to say no sometimes, you guys, okay? Another thing was, here's another spiritual thing. I make time for relaxation during the day. Ooh, okay. So it is important to take momentary like rest breaks and all that stuff, because if you're constantly running your mind for hours on end and you're not taking a break, by the end of it, I'm sure that your brain is just like kind of like in zombie mode, in like dead mode. You're like, what is going on? And then you can't do anything for the rest of the day. And not only that, you just want to go to bed, you just want to go to sleep. And yeah, I mean, there's going to be times where you're going to be like working a little bit more, but yeah, if you guys do this, which is making time for relaxation, for example, just let's say you take an hour on one priority that you have. That's okay. That's good. Now let's take maybe a 5-minute or a 10-minute break just to process everything and just like to also just ease your mind a little bit, because it's been running for an hour straight. If you take those momentary times of rest, you're less prone to having burnout. And burnout is actually so common. I'm sure that everybody has experienced burnout in their life, and it's not fun. It really isn't. And it's not fun for anybody, especially when you're talking with someone, right? And they're burned out. They're probably a little bit snappy and they're like, ugh. Okay, we'll just leave them alone. But yeah, so burnout is not fun. take that time to have like maybe 5 minute, a 10-minute break between each like big task that you're doing throughout the day. And you can even do some like meditation or some like self-care activity. Just like maybe go out for a walk a little bit. Like if you guys have a desk job or you work at home, just take a walk. Use the restroom. Maybe maybe you haven't used the restroom, I don't know. But like take a walk, just maybe say a prayer. Something is better than nothing. Let's just say that. And yeah, you'll be having more focus and less burnout. Awesome. Okay. Next one. We'll do this one. Okay. So the next one that I have on spiritual is I have a sense of purpose in my life. So this is actually really interesting. Do you guys feel that you have purpose? Do you guys feel like there is something that is moving you guys to have some sort of like purpose? Because this is actually very important. If you, for example, are at work and you like working, right? But you just don't like your job, or you don't really feel satisfied by doing your job. Take a step back for a sec. Do you guys actually enjoy what you're doing? And do you have a reason for what you're doing? Is it only because I want to make money? Is it only because like I need to make like your rent or your bill, you know? Or is it more? Is the reason that you're doing your job is so that you can have more satisfaction in what you are doing, right? So like for me at my job, I actually feel that I am doing something good because it really aligns to my talents and my strengths. And I feel like I'm doing good. So I do work at like a local church, and I've been working there for years. But in all honesty, it has been very purposeful, very meaningful for my life. I've learned many things, and I just see that most of my strengths are being used really well for the church and is helping me to just be encouraged, because I know that I belong there, and I know that the people around me also feel that from me. They feel that I belong there, and it's gotten to a point where I honestly, it's always been this, but I really do not mind as much. It is important, but I do not mind how much I am making. In a sense, I am not working specifically just for money. And this is why I bring this up, because maybe you guys just feel like you're getting at it at work and all that stuff, and you're crushing it. Yeah, sure. But do you really have happiness in this? Are you feeling like this is for you? You know, do you want to do this long time? Is this affecting other areas of your health? And if it is, maybe you need to reconsider getting a different job. And yes, it's a little bit hard, but it is going to be very beneficial for your life in the long term. Okay, so the next one, physical health. Ooh, this one I know. I know that some of you guys are going to be like, "Ooh, I am not good with my physical health." And I get it. It's fine. I'm not good with my physical health either. But yeah, so I'm going to read just 3 of them. And I know already that these 3 are going to be like, I probably don't even do that at all. Okay. 1, I exercise regularly. If you see my face right now, you can tell I do not exercise regularly. I am starting to get more into exercise, and it's actually not that bad. For starters, I do suggest doing like walking. If you guys don't regularly exercise, you do not need to get a gym subscription. I'm not asking for that. I know that is a big commitment, and it is a like money thing, right? And it is like a money thing. And no, you don't have to do all that. But are you guys actually trying to like take care of your physical body? Are you at least walking, moving? Because you need to have some sort of like cardio in your life, especially if you are like me that has like a sit down job. You need to have some sort of like cardio because over time I have experienced this for myself where my heart just feels weak. Like literally you can feel it. Your heart feels weak. You feel more fatigued. You don't have a lot of strength. You really don't want to stand up. You don't want to be standing up for long periods of time. And yeah, no, when you exercise, and I'm just saying just walking for like 15 to 20 minutes a day, that has made an incredible difference in my heart health and in my life. And that's actually a great way to even promote just like burning calories if you're that kind of person that wants to do that. That's actually so helpful. And it is in the long term going to help you with your cardio health. Just 15 to 20 minutes a day. Another thing, I get 7 to 9 hours of sleep each night, and I feel rested in the morning. Ooh. So actually, this is something that I kind of discovered for myself. I'm not really that concerned with how much rest I've been having. I try to at least get over 7 hours, but to be honest, sometimes it's 7 to 6 hours. Sometimes it's mostly 6 hours of sleep. And it's not that I don't want to, like I'm actually really good at waking up early. So for example, like I wake up at 6:30 in the morning and I get ready and everything. But this is my weakness. For some reason, I cannot go to bed on time. I'm always late, up at night, trying to go to bed, and it's just not working. I don't know why, but for some reason, I cannot move my body to get to the bed, and just let alone go through the entire process of just like brushing my teeth and washing my face and the whole like the whole egregious like routine that I have. But yeah, it's not easy, and I know it's possible, but I just have not been able to do it. But do you guys get rest? Do you feel rested in the morning? And when I get up in the morning, ooh, I feel that hard, like heavy sleepiness, and I have to sit probably in bed for like 15 minutes like straight, just like opening my eyes and just trying to move out of bed. And that's just like wasting my time. But like, yeah. And it's so cool. I actually found this Bible verse this morning, and it's from a devotional. I love devotionals and things like that. But this is something that I read this morning. It says, "In vain you rise early and stay up late." I read this morning, you guys, and this is such a like perfect like timing for this. This is no coincidence. But yeah, "In vain you rise early and stay up late, toiling for food to eat. For he grants sleep to those he loves." Psalm 127:2. The extra strive is not necessary. God wants us to rest. And so this is basically talking about like rest, and just if you guys are more Bible versed and you know the word and stuff like that, this is saying more about like how how God created everything, and on the last day he rested on the seventh day of the week, you could say. He did that to show us that we need rest. Like God purposely did that so that he can show us like, yes, you can do work and all that stuff, but I am showing you this because one, I am God, and I love you, and I want to tell you and show you that you need rest too for your bodies. And this is going to help you in the long run and all that stuff. So yeah, he loves us very much, and he wants us to have that one day of rest. So maybe you guys might want to consider, if you are a Christian, consider a Sabbath day. And even if you're not a Christian, consider like some time of rest, like maybe have a day to yourself and just like kind of like spend time just like in peace. Maybe spend time with some family, with some friends, maybe spend time like reading or painting, or just like, getting your self-care, like routine done, because that's good too. Get your nails done. I don't know. Something that just really promotes rest for you. That's what you should try to do. And for the more spiritual side, you can even do some prayers, some more reading in the word, worship, or you can even do some meditation. Some people do fasting as well. And these are all great ways to connect with the Lord on Sabbath day. Okay, so yeah, try to go to bed early. Okay, next one. Here's the last one for physical. I maintain healthy eating patterns that include fruits and vegetables. Okay, so look at your plate. Look at your plate right now for for whatever you have, breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Maybe even the snack that's in your hand. I bet you guys are eating. I'm just kidding. But yeah, no. Is it fruits? Is it vegetables? Did it come from the earth? Did it come from soil? If most of the food that is on your plate or in your hand, not fruits or vegetables, maybe you guys need to try something like that. For me, I actually have tried eating more healthier things, and I'm actually so happy about this because it has changed kind of like my mindset on food, and also like my strength and just like my endurance during the day. I've noticed that when I eat vegetables and fruits, unless of things that are like breads and, for example, burgers and fries and fried foods especially, and like candied versions of foods like cereals that are like candied or stuff like that, it improves my overall mood, way of carrying myself. Like I don't have headaches the way that I used to. I don't have like sluggishness the way that I used to, because I had a lot of that, and fatigue. I've been putting more protein, more fats, a little less carbs, but more like veggie salads and stuff like that, and more fruits like apples and things like that. And I really do feel like I'm on top of the world, like I'm on cloud nine. Like it's amazing how much I felt. And if I could compare this to a time in my life when I was a teenager, I was eating a lot of like frozen meals, and like I thought I was eating healthy because I was eating like lean cuisines and stuff, and they were like, oh yeah, it's for lean people, you know, and just to be a little bit more fit, but it's a frozen food and you could be healthy because it's you know, it has healthy ingredients like broccoli and chicken and stuff like that, and that's not bad. But if you were to look at the back of the label and look at the amount of sodium that these things have, you would just flip, because these things have maybe like 700 or something or over grams of sodium, which is way too much. And I think that the regular is like between 1,000 to 1,500, but this is from one meal, you guys. You're getting at least maybe double the amount of sodium in one meal than you should for just having, you know, just salt in your food. And they try to maintain their food a lot with this. So, you know, that it's not a big deal for the company. I get why they do it, but it does affect our health, you guys. And so fruits and vegetables is really, really good. You can find a lot of benefits from them, and I suggest it wholeheartedly. It is going to make you feel good, and you will have more energy through the day. And focus on those proteins and fats, because that is going to give you the energy. And carbs are okay. You can have breads and stuff like that. I still eat breads. There's nothing wrong with bread. But try to stick to like whole wheat or like grains and stuff like that. Don't try to eat so much of like white bread or like Cuban or Puerto Rican bread if you're like more of a Hispanic flair kind of gal. But yeah, no, like I really do believe that these are so much more helpful and just going to give you more strength. So yeah, the next thing, social. I am satisfied with my social life. Okay, so do you guys have people that are around you? Are you guys with family and friends? If you're living at home, do you have like people that surround you that you can talk to? Family? Do you have like a buddy, like a college friend, or just a roommate or someone that you can talk to? And if you don't, maybe you don't have a lot of like communication with other people throughout the day, you should probably just like try to get into places where you can probably talk to people. And for me, I know I'm a little bit more introverted. It is a little bit harder for me to speak with people, but has been more easier because of my job. And I believe that that's a good way to start building social skills, maybe with your coworkers, your boss. And then maybe if you want to work from there, you can probably meet some people in like spaces that you like maybe libraries or like maybe fun parks or things like that. And just have one person, maybe it's even in a local like Walmart, maybe you like talking to a person from the cashier register or something like that. It's pretty easy to find people to talk to. It's just the initial step that might be a little bit harder for you. So are you satisfied? Do you have people that you can like tell your burdens to? Do you feel as though you can have someone that you can laugh with or you can spend time with on a fun day, on a day of rest? You know, are you guys hanging out and how often? And maybe you are the person that likes to work a lot and you love work and that's great, but are you taking the time to like rest and just like have some fun with like a friend and like go out maybe shopping or just like watch a movie or just like a regular day, just like have a lunch or something, because that is so helpful when you have people that you can talk to and that they take in your interests. That is just going to make you feel so much better because you feel like someone actually loves you, someone cares for you, and you can also do the same thing for another person. You can love and care for them. Let's see, another one for social. I have at least one meaningful relationship in my life. Do you guys have someone that you feel that you can share anything with? Like even like the most deepest things in life, like the deepest troubles that you have. Do you have one person that you can talk to with this about? For me, it has been a little hard. Like I do have friends. I'm not gonna lie, I do have friends, but I feel like most of my friends, I specifically talk to certain things about, and I'm more open to certain things because they are open to the same things. I'm probably not going to talk about every single thing in my life because I'm very personal with things and I have to be very careful what I share because maybe they may not feel the same way. And so having one meaningful relationship is something that I really want to consider doing more and just like try my best to achieve because I'm not the greatest at that. But for you guys, do you have that? Or do you have that meaningful relationship? Okay, next. I have someone I can talk to about my feelings and struggles. Now, this is kind of hard. Like, we all have things that we're going through, but are we always trying to keep it within ourselves? Are we always trying to hide it from others? Are you guys actively speaking to people right now in your life about your struggles, about your feelings? Because that is perfectly fine, you guys. Everyone has their own struggles and things that they're going through. That is not something that you should be worried about sharing. And that is something that I need to work on as well. I am not really great at sharing my struggles and things like that, but it's okay. There is grace for that and there is practice for that. And you guys can absolutely just try to have someone in your life that you can just like say maybe something small. Maybe you don't have to reveal your deepest, darkest secrets. No. But like reveal something, maybe like even in your day. Maybe you just had a hard day and you just go up to someone. You're just like, you know what? I'm not really feeling that great today. And maybe that person is going to be like, oh, why? And you can talk about what happened in your day. And maybe that's just going to just kind of relieve that pressure of just having it in your mind. I feel like a lot of times that we try to like hold these things in our mind and our heart, and it's not good for us because they kind of well up into something bigger when it was something that was just very small. And then also people can check back up on you. And that's also just a loving thing that they can do. So yeah, that is really, really good. Okay, next one. Financial. Ooh. I am able to set and stick to a budget each month so I don't run out of money. Are you guys spenders? Do you guys like to spend a lot of money? Oh, I love shopping, but I have to be careful with what I am doing because I think that money is a very important thing and we need it for like our bills and things. But especially for my life, I feel like as a Christian, I want to honor God with that money, and being able to set a budget is really good, and just making sure that I am not spending more things on what I want, and just making sure that I spend like what I need, like spending on what I need. And it's okay to have wants and things and spend things on what you want, but like, is it a lot? You know, like, are you going overboard with this? Are you guys spending like a crazy ton of money on like outfits and like toys and trinkets and things like that that you don't really need? So yeah, just being able to set a budget. I know my total amount of debt and interest rates. Are you guys keeping up with how much you are owing to people? Maybe you guys like have like, maybe it's not even that much, or maybe it is. Maybe it's like $1,000 or something that you have of debt. And are you setting aside money to pay that debt? Or are you finding yourself just trying to kind of let it go a little bit and just spend here, a little there, and just not really concerned about that? Well, that's not good, you guys. That can quickly add up over time. So making sure that you know what you owe to people is very important. Another thing, I pay my credit cards, tuition fees, and other bills on time. Are you guys having to wait and just like, oh no, I can pay some of it now. Maybe I can pay just at least a little bit. No, you guys, money adds up very quickly. I have found out as a young adult, I am a young adult, and I see that small things, like even just going out for food, a lot of the times I don't really look at the amount or total of what I am spending for food when I go out. Usually I just want to make sure that I get the best meal, which is not good. But yeah, like I see that all of those times that I did go out to eat, I'm like, oh my gosh, I spent $40 in this one restaurant. I spent $60 in this other restaurant. I spent like $25 in this other restaurant. And I didn't realize how many times I went to the restaurant that month. So like paying it on time is like something that I'm trying to make sure that I'm doing. I am doing it so far, but I need to make sure that I'm managing what I have and what I'm spending on so that I don't have to pay as much when I do have to pay my bills. So yeah, that's actually so important. Okay. Occupational. Okay. I am able to balance work, play, school, and other aspects of my life. Okay. So, am I able to balance work, play, school, and other aspects of my life? Are you guys spending too much time at work, or too much time that is free? Or maybe you're hanging out with your friends a lot. Are you guys able to balance everything and keep track of everything? You feel like you're letting go of some friends for work, or do you feel the opposite? You're spending too much time with your friends and not enough time at work or at school, and you're just missing assignments and things like that. This is very important to consider prioritizing things in your day so that you can accomplish more. And so that not necessarily that it has to be perfect and great for every single one of these areas, but at least it is good, that it is manageable, that it has a balance. And you feel like you at least have your foot in some of these areas or all of these areas a little at a time. And yeah, no, it's so good. I hope you guys enjoyed the ending of our holistic health series. Thank you for listening. Stay tuned for our next episode on sexual immorality and staying pure. See you soon.